everybody. My name is Harald Basakiris, and we have here Zhao from Capital Game Studios.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so what do you bring in Essen?
Okay, today we have an economic game. So
Okay.
it's based on modern economics. So like in recent years, you see banks taking money going down, and then there's a couple of scandals.
Yeah,
and there's this talk about banana republic around the world, whereby the rich just get richer and these kind of things. So we basically created a game based on that idea, whereby you can be both the elites of this country called Banana Republic,
Okay.
and you can actually influence the government. Okay, so Wonga is actually a slang in British, in UK, as money. So it came from the Roman Empire during that time. So we thought that it's something much more interesting than calling it Money Mania.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
So it's a bit
Okay.
like crazy. Okay, so what we have in this game is that in this game your objective is to collect enough Wonga to buy trust fund. Okay, so you need 8. So in this game, you get to buy all these assets. Okay, so we have things like hotels, we have junk bonds, stocks, property, and bonds. So each of these assets will actually behave differently at different stages of the economic cycle. So in between here is the price that you spend to buy stocks and property. Over here is the dividend and the interest that you collect. Okay, so over here, when it's a recovery, you can buy stocks and property for a very cheap price, and you can sell it over here when it comes over here at a much higher price.
So this is you buy and you sell here.
Correct. Okay. However, when it goes into recession, and if you still hold on to any property or stocks, you'll be losing money back to the bank. Okay. So if you look at this cycle, it's actually pretty simple. If you just buy here, sell here, but it will make the game not fun because it will be absolutely predictable. Okay. So there's a few things that you can do to manipulate this cycle, and there's this dice. Okay, so this is what we call the productivity dice. It's actually an unbalanced dice. There's actually 3 1 bananas. So these are all bananas. 1, 2, and 3. So at every round, this dice will be thrown, and this will actually move the productivity forward. Okay. So in this game, there is the green cards and the orange cards. The green cards are basically global cards that can actually manipulate the economy. So you can see over here, the government can raise tax, and when it raise tax, the economic token can be moved clockwise by 2 or 3 steps. So it can be moved forward by 2 or 3 steps. Okay, this makes things very interesting because assuming it's here, people will be saying that, oh no, there's still some steps before we go into a recession, we can still hold on to the stock and property. So what if the government raise tax and push it into a recession? So when you push it into a recession, all your other elites who are still holding on to the stock and property and they couldn't get it in time, they will have to suffer the losses over here. Okay, so they will take damage from their stocks and property they're holding. So we have other things like political turmoil. So it's an interesting card because we have a lot of politics happening right now, and it's basically moving the economy.
Yeah.
So this card allows you to move it clockwise or anti-clockwise by 4 steps. So you can actually move it. If it's a good politician, you can move it forward. If it's a bad one, you can move it backward. So depending how you want to play the cards.
Okay.
So over here we have some take-that components in the card.
Okay.
So we want to reflect a bit of the real life situation. So in a way, you can like plot an accident for your opponents, those kind of things. And you have 2 kinds of cards. So there's one which is something like a direct take-that cards, which is an accident card. So in this game, we want to make the take-that cards more defensible. Okay, so we have actually this set of rules called the insurance. So it actually reflects something like a real life that you have an accident, you can make use of insurance to prevent any loss of wealth. So you can buy insurance at any point of time during the game, and somebody, if with an umbrella card want to take you down, they need to hit through the insurance before they can hit you again. Okay. So we have other cards that can not be mitigated by insurance, cards such as babies. As you know that insurance can't help with babies, and sometimes they just come. Okay, so the baby card is pretty interesting. When you give someone a baby, or you can give yourself a baby, it's what we call a frenemy card.
Okay.
Depending where you play it, it can be good or bad. Okay, so during early game, a baby card is good because you can feed the baby for 4 turns. After that, you become something like a permanent income producer. It gives you one, assuming that it is a filial baby. It gives you some allowance. Okay, because in Asia we have this traditional thinking that when we grow up we need to take care of the parents. So this baby will grow up and become something like a bond. Okay, so in this game, a bond is a slow asset. Okay, so if you look at all these properties and stock, you can buy for 1 Wonga, it's very cheap. Okay, for bond, you always have to buy for 3. And you only generate 1 Wonga regardless of the economic situation. So it works exactly like a bond or a fixed deposit, whereby it's very safe. So for people who wants to play a safe strategy, whereby they want to play a bond strategy, they will try to keep the economy within the recession and the stagnancy. Okay, so back to the baby. So the baby is like a permanent, indestructible bond.
Okay.
So if you play it during the early games, it's very powerful. But at the late game, it can slow players down by 1 Wonga. So this game is balanced in such a way that it's very tight, whereby people win either by 1 or 2 Wonga before they achieve the number of trust fund required to win. So this will basically destabilize a bit of the back to slow down the lead player a bit. Okay, so yeah. So other than the basic asset class, we have the 3 basic. We have derivative of this kind of asset class. So we have hotels and junk bonds. So how the hotel works is a bit different. It's a bit like monopoly. So rather than the normal property where you get the money from the bank, here you get to choose a player whereby you get to get the money from. So imagine that you stay in my hotel, I collect rent from you. However, if this thing goes to a recession, remember properties, when you go to a recession, you need to pay money to the bank. So in this case, instead of paying money to the bank, you pay money to another player. So normally you'll look for the poorest player and then I give you the money. Okay, so there's quite a number of all these asset class around that you can play with special powers, and the plain vanilla with no special powers. So that's the gist of the game about, and the first player to get 3 trust fund, the game will end. But everybody will still get 1 round, and then there will be a scoring system whereby we see who has the most assets. So having a trust fund will give you a bonus points of 2 bonus points. So it's always good to have trust fund. Okay. So lastly, in this game, there's a chance that it can become bankrupt. Okay, but we don't want to create player elimination in this game, but bankruptcy is not too bad because trust fund will not be affected by bankruptcy. Okay, so this becomes like something like a progress lock-in. So once you lock in your progress, the government and your debtor cannot go after your money which you park overseas. Okay, so this is how it actually works. So once you park the money overseas, people cannot go over your money. So you can still lock your game in the thing. So we try to create, because traditional economics or stock market game are auction type games. So we try to create some new mechanics that is quite different, whereby there's an element of take that, defense, and there is this environment that will affect everybody. So depending on the strategy you want to play, you want to make sure that the environment is in your favor rather against your favor.
So this is Wonga Mania Banana Economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.